Hello everybody. It's another beautiful day in Boomerville. Anyway, today I thought I would show you my camper. It's made by the Tiny Camper Company in North Central Florida. I bought it used. It was built in December 2020. I picked it up in May of 21 from a guy who decided it wasn't big enough for his family. So I think he only used it a couple of times and then put it on the market, and I bought it. So I thought today what I would do is I'm on my way to Fort DeSoto, and I thought I'd give you kind of a walk around while it's loaded, sort of how I travel, and then when I get it all set up I'll give you another walk around of how it sets up. So the trailer is 6 feet wide, it's 8 feet long. There's a little better than 4 feet on the inside on the height. Everything is covered almost with the Rhino liner. These fenders, you can actually step on them because they bolted them in to the side step each way. Almost everything goes in there. In the truck I keep things that tend to be dirty. I like firewood. I think campfires are the soul of camping, so I always bring a lot of firewood. That's about 4 nights worth. I keep the grill. This particular campground you have to bring your own fire pit or rent one. I keep all of the kayak stuff, the seats and the dolly, and some fishing gear, charcoal, tackle, and that's about it. Pretty much everything else is in the camper. There's really almost nothing in the cab of the truck that I need for camping. So this is a Rugged Rhino. I'll start at the front. It has Valterra vents on it. That's for the old style air conditioning system. I use them for just passive vents, and I have a couple of marine mounted fans mounted behind them. I added these 2 lights, which I love. They give you 2 lights above the doors. This is the air conditioning compartment, and when I'm traveling I keep my chocks, my water drain, electrical cords, just miscellaneous stuff in here. This thing was designed to be cooled by this, which is totally woefully inadequate. So I'll show you what I did to try to take care of that. The last owner put this Fulton jack on it. I'm pretty sure that's not original. Up on top I added these 2-liter kayak racks. They're foldable. I love them because I can still get this thing in my garage. It came with this Rhino rack batwing awning. On the other side there's shore power in, but I added shore power out to the front and also to the back because I tend to live on this side of the camper and there's always things that need to be plugged in. There's plugs on the inside, but this allows me to use electrical items without opening the doors. So there's another one of those lights. This is a passive vent. I added that light back there. He had the spare tire mounted, and I added just an anti-rattle piece to keep that thing from shaking. There's the other power out. On the rear I added 2 more lights, one on each side. These lights are awesome, by the way. They're 3-position, they're motion, they're solar. So I'll set them up to when I'm moving around the camper, they come on, they stay on as long as I'm around, then they go off. I had this little bumper guard / step. I put it on here. So you don't want to run into the back of this thing. It's going to do some damage. I also had laying around a real estate solar sign that they use at night to light their signs up. So I've positioned that as a tag light that I can turn on. We have power in. Oh, and I forgot, I'm going to go back over here. I mounted some table brackets, 2 on each side, so I can hang shelves. And thanks to a great YouTube site, I forget if it's Camera in Camp or Camp in Camera, but he gave me the idea to use these table mounts to for use on the outside of a camper. Check him out. He built a beautiful teardrop from scratch. Again, really good YouTube site. So over here I have another one mounted up high, and I have one down here mounted low. Again, the lights, passive vent. And I added this Iron Man 4x4 awning. So now when I open both awnings, I've got 3-sided coverage, both sides in the rear. And this thing ends up being like 24 feet wide altogether with everything open. So I haven't used them both at the same time yet. This is going to be the first time. So we'll see how that works. Over here we have another power in to run the air conditioner, and also there is an adapter in there to run 12 volt to the inside. And everything else is kind of standard. Pretty much everything lives in here. In the back I added these shelves. The original owner tore the galley out. They come with a galley, but he was trying to make more room for his family, so he took that out. I'm glad he did, actually. I tend to live outside. You'll see later I don't do much on the inside. So I built these shelves. They pop apart. They're just kind of pinned together. I can take them apart in 2 minutes. I can put them back together in about 3. And I added a little fridge. And while I'm traveling, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but that's powered by a Jackery 200. It's down there. So down here I've just kind of got ground stuff. Then I have linens, towels, clothes, dry food. And up top, the stove and propane and my kitchen utensils. It all just kind of pops out. And when I get set up, most of this stuff, or at least part of it, will be on the outside. So it's packed in there fairly tight, but it works well. I'll open this door up over here on the other side. So again, this is rolling. I bought there's a little ice maker there that I'll set up. I have everything including the kitchen sink, which I hang. This is a little ground box that I built mainly because this door sits about 4 inches or 3.5 inches higher than the floor. Trying to get in and out of there was really hard on my rear end. So I started thinking about I need to put something there to sit on. Then I thought, well, I could turn that into storage. So that's what I did. All the shelves were in here. You can see the back side of the cabinets now. I can access that stuff from inside if I need to. Got some storage up on the top. Got a light that they add. There's a battery operated. He had a TV put in. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. These are the little fans that blow out. He had them mounted over here where these passive fans are, but they weren't doing any good. They can't blow air out of there, but they work really good with the Valterra vents. It comes with one of those 4-inch futon / queen beds that I thought was really uncomfortable, so I cut that down a little bit, partly to make room for the air conditioner so it could breathe. And then I happen to have an old memory foam that we weren't using, a 4-inch, so now I've got an 8-inch bed, and it's super comfortable. What else in here? Just some standard cargo netting, and it's pretty plain. Again, when I'm camping, I didn't set this place up to be all comfy inside. I don't stay inside, I stay outside. And here in Florida, my main concern is staying dry. I did add a humidifier or a humidistat, so I could see that there's a humidifier there, which helps me keep the moisture out of here when I don't really need the air conditioning. And I'll walk over on the other side to see if there's anything new there. I made a lot of modifications. I'll get into some of those more when I'm set up. This side again, we're traveling, so we have the all-important bar. I've got a cordless vac. They put this shelf in, but it is tits on a bull useless. If that thing would have been 4 inches wider, it would be 4 times more useful. It's just not wide enough to do much of anything, really. Back here's a little marine heater. That doesn't work very well either. But it does have a little fan in it, so I use that. Then I've got electrical back here in the corner. That's where the jackery is plugged in. I've got 12 volt and 110. I've got more electrical up here in this corner under the bar. And I wanted to show you what this stuff's made out of. When I was doing the electrical outlets, I had to cut some plugs out of it. But this is all Rhino liner, and then it's on top of a marine plywood, which is really cool. So that's an aluminum, well, an aluminum sheet, I guess. And then this is some kind of marine plastic, but this is 32 ply plywood. Look at that. So this is, I think it's called Aquaply. Very durable. The bottom of this thing is all plastic. This thing is tough. All the hardware on the outside is stainless steel. They sealed every single hole that they put in it. I sealed every single hole that I put in it. So far so good. I don't expect any problems with leaking out of this thing. Well, all right, that's how I set it up to travel. Got the kayaks ready to go. I'm gonna head down to Fort DeSoto, and then I'll probably make another video just to show it to you as it's all set up and functional. All right, see you then. Don't forget, like and subscribe. I need subscribers. I have like, I don't know, 12. All right, thanks. Bye.